We have an anchor, by his cross we have been saved. We have a rudder, by his cross we have been redeemed. We have a hope, by his cross we have been healed and embraced so that nothing and no one can separate us from his redeeming love. In the midst of isolation, when we are suffering from a lack of tenderness and chances to meet up, and we experience the loss of so many things, let us once again listen to the proclamation that saves us. He is risen and is living by our side. The Lord asks us from his cross to rediscover the life that awaits us, to look towards those who look to us, to strengthen, recognize, and foster the grace that lives within us. Let us not quench the wavering flame that never falters, and let us allow hope to be rekindled. Even if we are isolated, thought and spirit can go far with the creativity of love. He also asked the faithful to make a gesture of tenderness towards those who suffer, towards children, and towards the elderly. Let us try, if we can, to make the best use of this time. Let us be generous. Let us help those in need in our neighborhood. Let us look out for the loneliest people, perhaps by telephone or social networks. Let us pray to the Lord for those who are in difficulty in Italy and in the world. The risk is that we may then be struck by an even worse virus, that of selfish indifference. A virus spread by the thought that life is better if it is better for me, and that everything will be fine if it is fine for me. It begins there and ends up selecting one person over another, discarding the poor, and sacrificing those left behind on the altar of progress. May we be profoundly shaken by what is happening all around us. The time has come to eliminate inequalities, to heal the injustice that is undermining the health of the entire human family. How greatly I desire that, as Christians, we can be more deeply united as witnesses of mercy for the human family so severely tested in these days. Let us ask the Spirit for the gift of unity, for only if we live as brothers and sisters can we spread the spirit of fraternity. We cannot ask others to be united if we ourselves take different paths. So let us pray for one another. Let us each feel responsible for the other. Now as never before we need a vision rich in humanity. We cannot start up again by going back to our selfish pursuit of success without caring about those who are left behind. Gossip closes the heart to the community, closes off the unity of the church. The great gossiper is the devil, who always goes about telling bad things about others, because he is the liar who seeks to separate the church, to distance brothers and sisters and not create community. Please, brothers and sisters, let us make an effort not to gossip. When the dignity of the human person is respected, and his or her rights recognized and guaranteed, creativity and interdependence thrive, and the creativity of the human personality is released through actions that further the common good. The path to peace does not mean making society blandly uniform, but getting people to work together, side by side, in pursuing goals that benefit everyone. Today, we are in great need of tenderness. We are in great need of a human touch, in the face of so much misery. If the pandemic has forced us to be more distant, Jesus, in the crib, shows us the way of tenderness, to be close to each other, to be human. Let us follow this path. In a year that isolated people from one another, the Pope said people can overcome that sense of disquieting bewilderment this year by rediscovering that Jesus is God Himself, made man for us, and that He lived as one with mankind.